Have you ever had one of those days that just felt unusually light? You weren't rushing from one demand to the next, and you had time to notice where you were. You were able to eat without multitasking. You thought clearly and maybe even went outside or made something or finally returned to an idea that had been waiting for your attention. Nothing dramatic happened that day, but you felt more present and more like yourself. And as the day started winding down, you catch yourself thinking, why can't every day feel more like this? To some, that question may sound unrealistic. You may say to yourself, there's no way every day can be effortless. I have to work, I have bills to pay, I have a family, appointments, and so many other responsibilities that wouldn't just disappear because I'd rather move more slowly. But the question is not whether every day can be or feel easy. The question is, what did that day reveal about what's been missing from the rest of your life? A lot of adults quietly divide life into categories. The days when we handle our responsibilities and the rare days when we actually feel like ourselves. The things that bring us back to life get pushed to the weekend, the next vacation, for some, even all the way to retirement or just some other imaginary point when you imagine everything else is finally finished and you can do it then. But the challenge is, everything else is almost never finished. There's always another task ready to take up space. And so over time, exhaustion starts to feel normal, while aliveness begins to feel like a luxury. And this doesn't mean that your responsibilities are the enemy, but it does mean they should not be allowed to occupy so much of your life that you disappear from it. When you feel peaceful, curious, creative, or completely absorbed in something, that feeling is information. It may show you that you need more quiet, or that you miss being outdoors and working with your hands, or just need some uninterrupted thought. Perhaps you need to find people to be around who do not require you to perform. Instead of dismissing that experience as a temporary mood, I want you to study it and really be specific, because I just don't want to work may not be the real conclusion at all. What actually made the day feel good is what you want to scrutinize. Was it the absence of urgency, control over your schedule, time outdoors, the chance to do one thing without checking the clock? Did you enjoy where you were, who you were with, or the fact that nobody needed anything from you for a little while? Maybe you did not want to escape your whole life. Maybe you just wanted relief from the pace at which you've been living it. And that's an important difference. Sometimes this setting receives too much credit. We think we need to return to the same place, repeat the same outing, or wait for another completely open day. But what we really miss is the feeling underneath of it. The long breakfast may represent permission to slow down. The walk may have given your mind room to settle. The creative activity may have reminded you that you are more than the roles you perform for other people. Once you name the feeling beneath the scene, you have something that you can work with. You may not be able to recreate an entire day, but you may be able to do, one thing to bring part of that day to the next day. Eat one meal without a screen. Take a short walk without turning it into an errand. Sit outside for 10 minutes. Leave the art supplies where you can see and reach them. Call the person who makes conversation feel easy. None of those choices will solve everything, and that's not the point. The point is to stop acting as though peace, curiosity, and creativity are only available when the rest of your life gives you permission. And every day feeling more like this does not mean every day becomes a day off. An aligned life still contains boring tasks, difficult conversations, tired mornings, changed plans, and seasons when you have less room than you really want. Creative time can be frustrating too. Some days the ideas just do not come together. Other days, you need rest more than output. You do not need to force meaning out of every single available hour. And in fact, part of building a life that feels more like yours is learning the difference between the desire to create and the need to recover. Both deserve respect. There is also no requirement to turn every source of joy into something productive, public, or profitable. Some things should remain private. Some interests need room to be messy. Some creative practices are valuable simply because no one is waiting to judge you, buy, share, or approve what you've created. Before asking what an interest could become, you're allowed to ask what it gives back to you. Does it restore your attention? Help you hear yourself think? Make you more playful? Bring you into the present? Or remind you of a part of yourself that has been getting neglected? That is not time wasted. If you want a practical way to begin, just keep a simple note for 1 week. Each time you feel especially peaceful, interested, creative, or like yourself, write down these 3 things. What was present? What was absent? And what part of you had room to show up? You may begin to notice a pattern: quieter mornings, less noise, time outside, beauty around you, or a regular place where you can make something without having to explain why. Then choose one pattern you can honor during an ordinary week. We're not talking about a complete reinvention here, and we're not striving for some perfect aesthetic routine. Just one honest adjustment that makes your life feel a little less like something you endure and a more like something you are actively participating in. Every day may not be slow, it may not be peaceful, inspiring, or completely free from demands. But the life you recognize during a meaningful day does not have to remain an occasional visitor. You can begin building more days with room to think, room to create, room to breathe, and enough space to recognize yourself. You may not be able to make every day effortless, but you can begin building a life in which the part of you that feels most alive is no longer asked to wait for a rare day off. So if this reflection resonated with you, Silhouettes in the Garden, Uncovering Who You Were Meant to Be is a poetic collection about inherited expectations, reclamation, and a life that feels true. It includes Why Can't Every Day Be Like This? A reflection on living with purpose and joy, not demand alone. If you're interested, the link's in the description. And if this gave you something to think about, please like the video and subscribe to the Lula Starling Experience. And tell me in the comments what part of your creative life makes you feel the most like yourself.